My goal is for you never to be confused, but you to realize that any big vision, any big goal can be simplified and broken down into smaller tasks. And when you execute those tasks as planned, you'll reach that goal, right? I'm also here to help you break those tasks down and figure out what that could look like. Hey, victory is on the horizon. And what we are doing here at victoryisv.com, where we have a YouTube channel, so you can join us along on the path to victory, and you can apply these same steps and tools and resources to your life, right? But you have to show up and you have to put in the work. I can't do that. So at victoryisv.com, our mission is to help you align your performance up with your potential. We're going to use science-based theories and teachings that are in alignment with the Word of God that allow us to become the individuals that He's created us to be. It's pretty exciting. I have some partnerships in the works. We are also getting our house in order. I recognize that big goals require actionable steps to get there. I have this theory that if we begin to utilize the same methodologies that businesses use in our households, we would be that much further off. These, again, are concepts that I'm applying, and as I am applying, learning, I'm going to do my best to try to teach you how to make it happen. I'm all about abundance and sharing knowledge because, again, there is something that you have that's going to contribute to this ecosystem that we absolutely need, right? And I'm hoping that whatever value I can bring to you, that you can enjoy it, right? I am just out here giving out this information because someone's giving it to me, and I'm just so excited. Okay? So with that said, that is victoryisv.com in a nutshell. In addition to that, there are many sides of me, you all, so don't box me in. And you probably shouldn't box yourself in either. I encourage you to explore things that, make you a little nervous. If it makes your heart flutter a little, explore it. It might be something that is in alignment with your passion and your purpose. That's how you figure things out. Too often we stay in these little corners or we're confined by fear and we never get to even begin to understand why it is that we are here. So with that said, the other side of me is involved in ministry, and at my church, I'm on the economic empowerment team, and we just partnered up with a group, and they are out there defying statistics and skewing the data, right? On this path, your vision doesn't always necessarily need to be built by you. You can partner up with people that have that same vision and that mission and leverage that opportunity. So this is kind of what this ecosystem is all about. Again, we are positioning ourselves to disrupt the economy. This technology wave that we are riding is changing the world, and it's doing it pretty quickly. So if you have any fears or constraints around that, you need to get over them. And in actuality, that just brings me to my next point, AUTM. Right? So AUTM is the Austin Urban Technology Movement based here in Austin, Texas, and I am describing them as bridging a streamlined path from poverty to $15,000 a year. And what does that mean? That means it's taking people that look like you and I, maybe you look like me, people that are black and brown, and they're helping them and providing them with the skill sets and technology that's going to help them in their next role. If you don't have a job, if you don't have a career, I am advising you to connect with this group, AUTM, right here. And I'm going to go ahead and drop the link right here, y'all. Y'all better look at this. And matter of fact, there's a presentation that I will also include down here. So it's going to cover some of the statistics and the reason why I'm really pushing this. This is information and items that are available to you, right, for free. In addition to AUTM providing you with the skill sets and the platform in which for you to learn those items, they're also partnering up and giving you opportunities to jobs. I'm talking about big corporations. I don't know if you recognize it or not, but have you seen more black people on screens? There are big corporations who are feeling like they want to add to the social responsibility of our current economy. They have departments that are strictly based around diversity and inclusion, making us feel more wanted. So again, I don't know if you noticed or not, but I've been seeing a lot more black people on the TV screen. And I'm not saying this is a black wave, but I need you to position yourself so you can go ahead and get what the Lord has said is available to you. So with that said, I need you to check out AUTM. Completely great organization. Anyways, let's get back to the plan. Let me back it up. I personally am mapping a path to early retirement. That is my goal, and that is what I'm working towards. Ultimately, to increase net worth. And I am so excited because what I have to work with now are resources and tools that I didn't even think was possible 10 years ago. But 13 years ago, I met this King of Kings and this Lord of Lords who just dropped in my spirit that he was going to do amazing things. And I'm so glad that I believed him and I trust him. So I'm now at the point where we are going a little higher. And I'm a little upset that I didn't go big. Matter of fact, I actually did a video about going big. So I'm going to also include that down in the description box below. You might like that. When given an opportunity and a platform, what do? What do I speak about? I tell people to dream big. So back in 2013, I did a video, and go ahead and check it out right here. I'm a first-time homeowner. That is absolutely amazing. That is one of the foundational steps to increase in net worth. There's a few other things going on, but again, I have done all my research and I'm applying what works best for me and meets my criteria. I advise you to define what your criteria is, define what's important to you, and create a plan around here. That's what we are doing. That's what we are doing. All right, so with that said, if you need any help, let me know in the comments below because we're doing this together as a team. Well, I'm increasing net worth. I'm hopefully creating a process and a plan that's repeatable so that you too can, once I've done it, I can turn around and say, hey, you want to do this too? You can. Because again, it's all about knowledge and abundance. I don't believe that we need to be working for 20 years and hopefully for a company that's going to keep us around. I believe we make a lot of our decisions based off of fear and the debt that rides our back. So increasing home ownership, putting us in a position to invest. I need you to understand that you cannot save your way into wealth. It's all about increased income and multiple streams of income that are diversified. So with that said, I like tangible assets. Yes, I know the stock market. Yes, I graduated cum laude and majored in finance and did all those courses and requirements, and this is the reason why I'm not too fond of the stock market, the fluctuations. You see what happened just a few weeks ago on Reddit. I mean, you tell me. You let me know what's really going on. That does not mean to say I don't have a retirement account and that I don't invest, but I do it very conservatively. At the end of the day, you hope to get 8% over a span of 20 years. I'm looking to get 16 internal rate of return in a more shorter time span and then duplicate that process over and over. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's okay. I am going to do my best to break it down into small digestible steps. The good thing is that I've surrounded myself by people, and I'm not going to say I surrounded myself. I'm going to say that the good Lord seen fit to send me people who have already gone the path, who are already living the life of early retirement or on the verge of being debt-free or are debt-free. I'm like surrounded and I have the ability to call these people up. So I am going to use those relationships and leverage them, of course, offering value, right? Because I want us all to succeed and figure it out, y'all. Listen, don't tell me just because I grew up in poverty that I have to stay there. Don't tell me that I need to be looking for a handout or expecting that Social Security might be around when it's time for me to retire. We see old people at Walmart for a reason. They're not there because, okay, some of them might be bored, but let's face it, a majority of them are there because they need the income. So with that said, those are where my passions are. I am now jumping and aligning my performance up with my potential, right? I recognize I have this knowledge. I understand this wisdom. I understand the numbers. I'm confident in making business decisions. So I am jumping back into the commercial real estate market. I have always had this, it's a little hesitant for me to say this, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. I've always had this dream to be a passive real estate investor. And what that meant was I wanted to own properties across the nation and then just kind of sit back and let the money come in and have property management companies take care of it. But with the pandemic and the whole hospitality and the whole globe shutting down, that became a little concerning to me. And then throw in the eviction, like the government being able to come in and say, hey, you all can stay here rent free, da 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 da. And them just kicking the can down the road. these are all factors that have me to no longer just focus on the residential market. My plan was always to start off residential, small single family homes. If I can get 10 that are cash and flow and add $1,000, maybe $5, I would be okay. That was the plan. And as I began to execute the plan, the pandemic rolled out, which caused me to halt, pivot, and figure out what I was going to need to do. Because not reaching the goal was never an option. Early retirement, that is the plan. We are going to get there. We just have to evaluate the best path to get there, right? And sometimes you set a plan and things don't always work out. There's sometimes that you can mitigate all the risks that you can, and then a unicorn or a, let's say that Texas, which I sometimes feel like the weather feels like hell, froze over. So I don't know if you know it or not, but Texas tried to kill me a few weeks ago, and I'm from Boston, so I already know. Anyway, so again, I just take those as signs, like, really, when does hell ever freeze over? And I never really considered what that statement meant. So I felt like I was living that. So if that's not a sign that the time is now, I don't know what is. In addition to that, I was one of the people that didn't have power. I don't want to be in a position where somebody else has control over my destiny. That just makes me completely uncomfortable. Please don't box me in. And I'm encouraging you to have that same type of motivation and that desire, because that's what's going to get you out. Assuming you want to get out. If you good, you good. If you good, you are good. More power to you. This is where my passions are. I advise you to, as long as you good, make sure that you're giving to those around you and that you're inspiring others to be the best versions of themselves, because you're living the best version of yourself. So with that said, I need you to know that your story does not define you. It's your opportunity to defy. You can defy the odds that are stacked against you. And I know this because I'm defying them each and every day. Each and every day. It's a lot of work, but we need you. We need you. Your generations need you. Your community needs you. The people around you need you. Because we are greater together, and teamwork makes the dream work. So are you ready or are you not? So as I mentioned, I am mapping the path to early retirement for me, and that involves commercial real estate and evaluating multiple streams of income. So my next series of videos are going to be all about that right there. It's going to be ways of me to add value. I personally like spreadsheets and dashboards and information and data research, and I recognize that I have the ability to share that. So when you start seeing these videos that are talking about running numbers and properties and blah 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 blah, that's what that is. And if you have questions, I need you to go ahead and leave them in the comments box below. I need to remind you that you have a gift that the world needs you to share, and that I need you to start considering on what type of legacy that you want to establish. Because I believe in you, so I hope you believe in yourself. Till the next time, I love you, but Jesus loves you even more.